Hi, this is Joan, your Princess House consultant. Welcome back to my Healthy Cooking Made Easy stage. Today, I'm here to talk to you about cooking kale. Yes, kale, the superfood. Those who know me know that I enjoy making a great pot of country-style greens. Kale is one of the greens that I grew up with, and I could not wait to come up with a way to make them quickly using our VIDA SANA 7-quart casserole. So what I'm going to do now is to give you the instructions of how to make a wonderful pot of kale. The first thing you want to do is to take your 7-quart casserole, fill it with about 2 quarts of water, add to it any seasoning that you may choose to use. Personally, if I want the flavor of meat, I will use smoked neck bones, and those are turkey neck bones, not pork, but turkey, because it's a healthier meat. So once I fill the pot with water and the turkey necks, I then add my seasonings. Everybody has their own special seasonings that they prefer to use. So whatever they are, you want to sprinkle all your seasonings into your pot of water. Now keep in mind that when you're making greens, what really makes them taste super delicious is actually the broth that you create before you put the greens in. Once you've filled your pot with your seasoning and the water to create your broth, you're then going to place your 7-quart VIDA SANA casserole on the range, and you will put it on the whistle dial. After the whistle has blown, it is now time to move your setting to the steam setting. And you want to keep it on the steam setting for at least 15 minutes. While your broth is being created to put the greens in, you're going to actually wash your greens. I'm using organic kale, and I was able to purchase 3 times washed organic kale that is already pre-cut. So that's going to actually cut down on a lot of the time that it takes to prepare your greens. I place my kale in a colander, and then I run water over the kale just to rinse them one more time. After the kale has been washed, I am then going to place all of the kale in my 7-quart casserole. Now, for those of you who are used to cooking greens, you do know that your quantity tremendously shrinks. So you're going to have a full pot of raw kale, and it's going to shrink down once it's been cooked. After you've put your kale in your 7-quart VIDA SANA casserole, you're going to place the dial to the steam setting. Place it on medium-high for 1 hour. After 1 hour, your kale is going to be the perfect texture, and what I have loved about the VIDA SANA is that I am still keeping the nutrients that I would typically lose from my kale. So again, the VIDA SANA will allow 67.4% of the nutrients to stay in, and you will be able to see how fresh cooked the kale is. Once again, it's going to shrink, but you're going to see how the nutrients are still there as the kale is still a dark green, vibrant color. Once the kale has cooked, I'm going to place it into a serving bowl for my guests. Those of you who've prepared greens before really understand how long it typically takes to make a wonderful pot of greens. Normally, you're talking about at least a 2 to 3 hour span of time. Using the VIDA SANA, I discovered that I was able to put my country style kale on the table and do it in less than 2 hours from start to finish. And that is a big accomplishment for those of you who know how to cook country style greens. If you'd like to try using our 7-quart VIDA SANA casserole to cook your favorite green, whether it's kale, collard greens, or turnip greens, you can actually purchase one of our VIDA SANA 7-quart casseroles. I encourage you to take a little time to go to my website, shop through all the VIDA SANA items we have, select the size that works best for you and your family. But with greens, you do need a larger pot because the greens are going to be larger and then they'll shrink down. So I encourage you to go to www.princesshouse.com/JChandler. Again, go to my website at www.princesshouse.com/JChandler. If you have any questions, send me a message. Until we meet again on our Healthy Cooking Made Easy stage, I'm saying goodbye for now. Enjoy your healthy cooking using Princess House VIDA SANA.